Now, the Alexandra Magistrates Court is set to rule today on the bail application of businessman Vusimuzi Matlala. Now, he faces charges of attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and money laundering. Now, Matlala is accused of ordering a hit on his former partner, Tebogo Thobejane, in October of last year. He argues that the case against him has no substance, but the state maintains he is a flight risk, pointing to his access to a private jet, a fake Eswatini ID, and a Mauritius trust account. For more on this now, let's take you to reporter Neria Hlakotsa, who's at the Alexandra Magistrates Court for us this hour. So, Neria, in Pretoria, we just saw now the Matlala Commission starts today, but there where you are stationed, the man accused of being in the center of a sophisticated crime syndicate will know today if he will get bail or not.
Indeed, Mxolisi, Matlala will know his fate in a few hours. You must remember that this is the same Matlala who was mentioned by KZN Police Commissioner Mauritius as someone who had connections within the SABC. And to build on that, you must remember that Matlala had that 360 million rand police tender, which has since been withdrawn. And the interesting part about this is that while after that tender was withdrawn, then Matlala was arrested for the charges that he is facing today. However, when he was speaking to the court during his bail application, and I must tell you that it took 2 days for that bail application to be completed, he told the state that they have no evidence against him. There's no DNA linking him. There's also no footage linking him. But Matlala also spoke about the alleged harassment that he has been getting from police. And this is where the state told the court that the court needs to remember that Matlala is facing a lot of investigations. This is not the only investigation. And if you remember, it boils down to what Kwanazi was also saying, that when you look at Matlala, he is being investigated also because he is highly connected within these spheres. He spoke about his connection with Brown Mogodzi. And when we talk about Brown Mogodzi, the state also indicated that when Matlala's phone was taken at the Vusimuzi prison, they found that the same Brown Mogodzi was calling him a lot of times. I think it was 6 times, according to the state. And the state is saying these are some of the things that the court must consider when thinking about whether to grant Matlala bail or not. Another interesting point, Mxolisi, that I must mention that was said by the state was the fact that Matlala was actually watching that briefing by Kwanazi while in prison with that phone that he had hidden from the officials. But Matlala honestly maintaining his innocence and saying that the state has no case against him, saying that why did they already assume it was him that attempted this hit or ordered rather this hit, because in his argument he says he only dated Tebogo Thobejane for 13 months, and after that hit it had been a long time after that hit that they had broken up. He maintains even their relationship, even after breaking up, they were cordial. So there is simply no reason, but the state is saying that the evidence is circumstantial, however it is there and cannot be ignored. And they are relying on the fact that Matlala did pay accused to some 100,000 rand, and the state is saying why was he paying that money if he was not the one that basically tried to get Tebogo Thobejane killed, and if he's not the one who was the mastermind behind all of this. So these are some of the arguments that have come out in court, but the state maintaining highly that he is a flight risk. And to prove this, they keep mentioning that Eswatini identity card that was found on his phone, saying that with this card, which is fraudulent already, we do not know what the plans of the accused are. And the state mentioning also, I must add, Mxolisi, that Matlala went to Eswatini 3 times on foot, and all those occasions he was just staying there for one night. And apparently, according to the state also, in December they had found word that he wants to flee the country. So these are some of the issues that the state brought to the court, but it will be up to the court today to decide whether they are convinced by the arguments of the state. I must tell you that Matlala's lawyer did say to the court last week that If they grant him bail, can they then, as part of his bail condition, maybe give him house arrest, because he's not planning to go anywhere. He's not planning to evade trial because there's no case against him, and simply there's no reason for him to run away.
Well, Neria, thank you so much for that comprehensive update. That's Neria Hlakotsa, following developments at the Alexandra Magistrates Court, where Vusimuzi Matlala will be awaiting judgment on his bail application.